Well, I mean, definitely in the beginning, I had no intention or whatsoever that what I was practicing and what I'm still practicing now would lead to this.
The words aren't there really. I mean, you know,
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
We don't like this, man. Yeah, you scary us.
Good. You scared, huh?
But martial art has a very, very deep meaning.
kind of it's like in the midst of that failure, something else shone through. You know?
Next, I'm gonna tear your arms out of the sockets.
This is all I ever dreamed about. To be held by you. To be used by you. I can't tell you how happy I am.
I don't really see it as my work, but it's something that just happens. These words about, I suppose, non-duality come up. You just have to give it a few moments when it comes.
And you wanna know what else? I'm gonna hit you, and you're gonna fall.
hands back up.
It is secret because it has some meaning in it that is not understood by everyone. This is true of Dzogchen. It's not information, it's not data that you can write down 1, 2, 3 and provide as a service to anyone who is sick or anyone who looks for enlightenment. It's something which falls from the sky without any given condition.
You don't have to go.
Watch your toes.
Dzogchen is the essence of Tibetan Buddhism. It is what you could call the spark in every religion. Dzogchen is the nature of mind itself. It's called the Dzogchen in translation. It means the great perfection. The great perfection is what is inherent in every moment of our experience of the nature of mind. The nature of mind is experienced in the here and now. The here and now is just one nanosecond, or rather one timeless moment of experience. In other words, it's what we do all the time. That's Dzogchen. The word which I want to use to describe what the Dzogchen is non-dual.
Dharma is for people who do not have this blind faith that death means oblivion, but actually open to the reality based upon an enormous amount of empirical evidence, that there just is no escape from reality. You can either be deluded or not deluded, but you can't become nothing. And that's the harsh truth. That's the tough truth. And that was the truth Gautama was facing already. There was so much empirical evidence when he left his palace of people achieving profound states of samadhi, exploring past lives, discovering the continuity of consciousness from lifetime to lifetime. It was a commonplace. This is not folklore. This was their cutting-edge contemplative science of that time. And India was the leader on the world. More than China, more than Greece, more than the Mayans, more than any other civilization. India is the mother of samadhi. And samadhi is the key to fathoming the nature of consciousness and discovering for yourself that as much as you might like the thought that death means simple termination, it's a pipe dream, and that there is no easy out of reality. In which case, the whole notion of path takes on staggering importance.
It doesn't give you any kind of moral guidance or any kind of rules to live by. There's no do's and don'ts, and there's no discipline put forward here. It's always pointing at some existential truth, at what we are, what the nature of mind is.
This is a collective portrait painted in words by the subjects themselves. This is a collective portrait painted in words by the subjects themselves.
The point is that that moment of direct perception is timeless and outside space. It is completely inexpressible. It's beyond intellectual discussion. We're in that timeless place all the time. Can't get out of there, actually. You think you're getting out of it and you go off on some kind of intellectual train of thought, and every moment in that train of thought, you're actually back into the heart center. Of course, it's the heart center that is the symbolical place of that timeless space and that direct perception. It's space, it's spaciousness. It's not three-dimensional space, it's mental space. There's no way to get back to that, because that's where we already are. It's the natural state of mind. We know that place in two ways, either by initiatory experience, which arises in a rush, it arises in a single hit that blows away the mentality, the relative experience, the interpretiveness, the intellectually processed information, something that puts us into the heart center, where it's empty, where it's clear, and where it's also compassionately expressive. Empty in essence, clear in nature, compassionate in expression. But actually we can never leave that place. That's the first way of getting there. The other way of getting there is by the heartbeat. Every heartbeat gives us a moment of potential intuition of the nature of mind, an intuition of that place.